Set the place on fire.
I kid you not, guys. Just as I was standing here getting ready to record the intro, I start hearing Wandering Trader has spawned like above me. So, yeah, well, welcome to episode 8 of McWastage. We're going to go check out this Wandering Trader, see what he's got. So, those of you that don't know, which is all of you, we have a data pack on the server where the Wandering Trader can spawn with trades with like mini blocks. So we've got dispenser and sticky piston. Cool. I've got those on me, so we can just trade. But yeah, it's kind of exciting because it's like the Wandering Trader is kind of useless in the main game most of the time. So we added the data pack just to give it a little bit of something to look forward to, I guess, when he spawns. And you know what? I am, just as I say that though, I am going to snag that sand. I'll take the lily pads as well. I'll take the tropical fish too. Yeah, that's my shopping done for the day. But yeah, we are in episode 8 of McWastage. And we've got some changes coming to the world soon. So we're still in 1.17, so we need to update soon to 1.18. I'm gonna talk a bit more about that soon. Also, me and Dim have got like an agreement. When we get these mini blocks, we divide them. So I'll give him half of what I just bought, and this is his delivery barrel. As you can see, he's not checked his deliveries for a while. Man, you need to get on that. And then my delivery barrel's right here. So if anyone ever gives me presents or whatever, they can just dump it in the barrel. But yeah, so last episode, I talked about the fact that we are going to work on the biggest project, or biggest building that I've ever made in Minecraft, and I wasn't kidding. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to that area now and jump into it. So I'll have to see you there. Right, so this is the Orb of Dominance base that I've made on the server. And I made this about a year ago now. Could be longer. Whole lockdown. It's all a bit of a blur. But today we are going to tear this thing down. Whole thing, we're tearing it out. We're starting again. I've got a whole new design for this base that I wanna do. So we are going to enter one mega time lapse now of me just simply taking this thing down. It's going to take ages, and I weren't lazy with this. I did the underwater part as well. Like down here, like I've got to dig all of this quartz and all of this blue concrete. It's gonna take ages. So without further ado, we're gonna do a time lapse, breaking it down, and then rebuilding it. So let's go. Rude. tearing down that thing took longer than I care to admit. So then we need to look into building the building that I've been hyping up for the last episode or so. But before we move on to the building of the thing, I want to talk about what we're going to do soon on this server. So I said we were going to update to 1.18 soon, and that is what we're going to do. But before, well, we're going to do it a little bit different. So the plan is, as you can see behind me, we've got some maps of the island. So this whole room here. This is a project that Dim works on. He puts like snapshots of the map that we have of the island. So like this one here was back from 2020, I think. You can see there's been a bit of changes between the two maps. Not that many, to be fair. The building we built in the last episode is probably the most notable thing. At the bottom left of the island there. So actually we could probably just zoom in with Optifine. Yeah, so this is probably the biggest change to the map. I don't think much has changed other than that. There was originally going to be a building here, but that got cut in favor of this building, I guess. But yeah, so this is like, so we're gonna basically update to 1.18, but we're not gonna play here. We're gonna leave the island. So we're gonna go to a whole new area, and we're not gonna come back here to the island at all for the whole time. So it's gonna basically be like starting out a brand new world. We're gonna go off really far away, and we're not gonna bring any items with us. So it's gonna basically be a new world. And we've been referring to it as New Lands for the time being, but I'm sure we'll have a name for the base at some point, or we'll come up with something other than just New Lands. But the reason we want to go far away and not come back here is because the chunks below us right now, we don't want to load those chunks until 1.19 comes out. So in 1.19 they're adding the deep dark biome, so we don't really want to load the chunks underneath the island in 1.18 at all. So that's what I mean when I say we're not coming back here. It's off limits. The reason being because we want to load the area again in the next update, so hopefully we can possibly get deep dark biomes underneath the island, or if not the island, then maybe some of our other projects around the world. So like maybe at my Orb of Dominance base that we're working on in today's episode, I did actually load the seed for this world in the experimental snapshot, and at the moment there is actually a deep dark biome with an ancient city underneath the Orb of Dominance area. So it'd be super cool if we get to keep that. But the experimental snapshots, you never know what's going to happen. All it takes is for them to adjust how biomes generate, and then it no longer matters. So, but you never know. So we might get deep dark biomes underneath our existing terrain. So that's why we're not loading the old terrain. So the next episode is going to feel like an episode 1 of a Let's Play series. So it should be fun. There'll probably be a few shadow plays of us starting out. But yeah, but without further ado, before we leave this island, because this is basically goodbye to the island for a long time, but before we leave, let's do a time lapse as we reconstruct the Orb of Dominance. Well, I didn't just build a building. I've actually built something inside the building as well. So we're actually inside the new Orb of Dominance base at the moment, and this is going to be our new storage room. So it's a storage room based off of, well, it's the Rapscallion storage room design. So it's got a multi-item sorter in it, which is pretty awesome. And one of the things that I really want from a storage room is being able to just dump like a shulker box of goodies into the input, and it takes all of the items and sorts them and then leaves the empty shulker box in a chest somewhere here. I haven't actually used the storage room. All these chests here are empty, and the chests that do the... yeah, we've still got a bit of a mob problem out here. And I'm afraid it's quite extensive. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't done anything with the storage room yet. Definitely will do though. Might not do it before new lands, but we're not done with building today. Oh no, we're gonna build another building, and this is gonna be right next to this building. We're gonna cover up our dark oak tree farm. So we're going to move on to the third time lapse of today's video. And there we go. We've got a brand new building to cover up our dark oak tree farm. Really like the theme that we're going with here. Next thing I need to do is come up with a building to cover up that monstrosity. But I actually have stolen a bit of this building from DocM77 from Hermitcraft. Just this little orb bit at the top was taken from a bridge he made in the last season. So I thought it fit really well. We're probably going to have quite a few of these kind of like glowy, transparent things on top of the buildings that we do here. But yeah, that's that. That's another building made. We'll have to think of a building for this thing. Not sure what yet. Probably going to be a problem that I worry about once we're done with new lands. So maybe I'll work in creative mode on a copy of the world, come up with a building design for this, and then also our cobble generator needs a building to cover it as well. And we're not gonna stop here. There's gonna be more buildings around here. It's gonna be a bloody city when we're done with it. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So next episode will be in new lands. I won't be making any more videos on the server before new lands. So yeah, we're going to be like it's going to be like starting out brand new from scratch again. So we're not going to be able to visit all these cool things we've built for a while, but when we do return, we're going to build up much more. But that's going to be it for today. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.